We have Michael's speech today. It's going to be a fun day.
Yeah, yeah. Should be fun today, man. We also have a fun brew ahead of us.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have Dom today, and I forgot to post the announcement he usually posts for the Atlas brew.
Yeah, bro, post it.
Bro, come on.
Ship it.
I'm shipping it live right now.
Ship it for the people, bro.
The Atlas brew number 72. Ship configs.
Don will be our inland reporter.
We also have Beth as well.
Beth and Don.
Beth and Dom.
What a team.
People are saying we should hire Beth. It's getting spicy out there.
Oh, man.
I'm typing this announcement, Jose.
Daddy, bro. By the way, Santi, I know
Jose.
you don't know this because you didn't read the lore of Neverlong, but we disclosed the origins of Finbull Industries in Star Atlas.
What?
And
Can you repeat that, Jose?
in Neverlong, we
Yeah.
disclosed the origins of Finbull, how Finbull came to be, how it's turned out to be, how why we have the Finbull Ecos manufacturer, the Finbull BIOS, and the original Finbull. So yeah, if you like those ships, you need to go do the Neverlong quest line and you learn the sad story of those manufacturers in the medium zone of Star Atlas.
Yeah. That's very cool. That's very cool. We can talk a little bit more about Mission 2, Jose. I'm going to ask you a couple questions since we just launched it.
Awesome.
But I think we can get started. I think we can get started. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, bro, let's do it.
Awesomeness. So welcome everyone to the Atlas Brew number 72. Um, Today we're going to be talking about game structure. So B2 ships config. Definitely spicy topic.
Spicy topic.
Yeah,
Spicy freaking topic.
yeah. One of the spiciest topics that we had in a while, I would say, in the community. So we figured that a brew was needed for this. Was needed for this. So we will be talking about that today. And as always, the Atlas Brew is our weekly event. Happens every Wednesday at the same time, so 1 p.m. ET Eastern Time in the Star Atlas voice chat here in the Discord. Um, and as always, I have my co-host today, Jose. How are you, my friend?
Doing good, Santi. Today is going to be a spicy episode, but there is one thing that the Brew Boys don't do is shy away from controversy. We are here to theorycraft, to talk about, to laugh, and to cry with you guys. It's going to be super fun. So come ready, come steady. It's going to be a fun activity today.
Absolutely, I like that, Jose. Yeah, we never hide from conflict.
We don't
That's
back
what
down,
we do.
bro.
Yeah. That's what we do. That's what we're trained for. So we're here to talk about the B2 ship config. But before that, I think we have a couple noteworthy news. And as always, if you want to follow the conversation, please use the Atlas Brew chat, the one that is 2 channels above the voice chat. We don't use the one that is inside the voice chat. And also, as always, this is open mic. So if anyone has anything that could be that could contribute to what's going on in the conversation, always feel free to unmute and we can have the discussion. So first, on noteworthy news, I think it's worth it to mention that AFS just had AFS just had their 2 year anniversary, which is awesome. So we wanted to give big congratulations to AFIA. 2 years is a big deal. 2 years is a big
It's not
deal.
2 months, bro.
It's not. Yeah, yeah. 2 years is a lot. So congratulations, Afia. Congratulations to everyone in the guild, and as always, we love you guys. We love all the content that you guys put out there, all the guides, the web page. Everything is just fantastic. The data, everything. So at Star Atlas, we are very proud of you guys. Very proud of having Afia as part of the community, and I think it's only worthy to give you guys a small shout out and congratulations for the 2 years, which is awesome. It's a long, long time, 2 years. So, yeah,
And they even started that one Never Alone campaign, Santi. Strong Together. I think we have the link
we
somewhere.
do, we do. I can post it right now in the Atlas Brew chat. You can see that they launched pretty much their own Never Alone campaign.
This is super cool.
Yeah,
And yeah, guys, I love seeing the guilds coming up with lots of different things, building up over what we launch in Star Atlas. It's awesome to see you guys working in improving our metaverse, and we couldn't be prouder. You guys are awesome.
absolutely. If there's something that we love is when the community just runs also a campaign based on one of the things we are doing. I think that's what makes the Atlas special and what adds to the whole like community immersion and experience, right? It's Star Atlas is only what you find out first, and then you find out all the different things that are going on um, in the community. And I think this is one very clear example of this, where guilds and projects and content creators launch their own campaigns based on what is going on in the Star Atlas metaverse. So again, congratulations, Afia, for the 2 years. We also love the social campaign, and I think the very least we could do here is just mention you guys, give you a shout out, and we love everything you're putting together, and we are very proud to have you in the community. So congratulations, Afia. And yeah, and not only that, but speaking of collaborations and things done by and with the community, we launched Mission 2, just say. So
Yeah,
Never
man.
Alone Mission 2, I think so far has been a success. At least my Twitter timeline is just full of content that is being created by the community. So I'm really loving it. And one of the collaborations we had is a collaboration with the Bounty Bar. So if you don't know the Bounty Bar, they have been around, I think, forever, honestly. Like since I started
OGs,
working
OGs.
here, yeah,
Yeah.
the Bounty Bar was one of the very first projects that were created for Star Atlas. And we decided to launch a campaign together with them, just for people to create the drinks. So you can go on Twitter and create one of the quests is to create a drink together with the Bounty Bar, and you can use AI or any art that you want to use. And I don't know about your timeline, Jose, but mine is filled with drinks. I'm getting thirsty. I tweeted
Bro,
that
there
yesterday.
was so many freaking drinks, bro, that it made me thirsty. Right now, I have my caipirinha here with me in honor of
Oh,
all those drinks. Yeah, bro, it's Wednesday, but it's Play GG day, it's ship config v2 day, so why not, right? Why not?
oh man. Oh man, I love it. I love it. So yeah, guys, you heard it. You heard it. Jose has the caipirinha. I'm hoping that you guys crack open a beer or something as well because it's gonna be good and it's a long day as well. It's a long day. Like we're just getting started with the Atlas Brew, but also like we have Michael Wagner's presentation later today. So um, make sure to have a good companion with some drinks, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, for sure, bro.
yeah. And Jose,
And
can you give us? I'm not asking for a spoiler, but I'm
okay,
asking for what can we expect lore wise in Never Alone for the lore
that's
lovers.
oh man,
Mission
yes,
2.
Santi. Ah man, mission one was about creating bonds with sand, right? The players were presented to this crazy and ever hungry Punab in mission 1, and now on mission 2, the players will discover more about themselves and about the underworld of Star Atlas. I think this is the beginning of the, let's say, turning the lore of Star Atlas into a more adult uh, story. You know, we're going to see the dark side of what's happening in Galia Expanse, especially in the conflict with the Council of Peace. And one thing that we were just discussing earlier was that I revealed in one of the quests how the Fimble Industries came to be. And that story, the story of how Fimble got split into three different manufacturers, it basically shows the bigger theme of what we are doing in Never Alone. It's basically showcasing how do we react to the darkness and the ugliness of the world that's played upon us, you know? How we react and how we deal with the people around us, how we construct bonds, how we develop relationships. That's basically the theme of the Mission 2 campaign. So, yeah, there will be lots of new lore concepts, planets, uh, characters, places. It's going to be action
Man,
packed as well. And yeah, I'm really looking forward. And Santi, just to conclude here on Never Alone, I am super happy with we have the metrics for mission 1
yeah,
and it was really surprising. Like we had five 5,500 players
yeah.
in Never Alone mission 1 and you guys did over 100,000 quests,
Over
which is in,
100,000 quests.
it's
That's
it's
madness.
insane. It's insane. Like every guy in Neverland did at least 20 quests. So you can see the engagement, you can see how community embraced Sand, how you guys like it doing stuff with us on Twitter, and you guys are still doing, you know? So yeah man, it's wild. It's wild to see the community enjoying Neveralone. And we are only getting started. The big and hard things come now, like what you guys are going to do with your memories, the things that you discover about Star Atlas through Never Alone. And I'll tell you guys, if you pay attention to Never Alone, you realize that there's lots and lots of alpha hidden within the lore of Never Alone. If episode 1, if mission 1 was intrinsically linked with EV, I wonder what is the link in the mission 2. But there is
Oh,
this is
oh.
as far as I'm going right now.
Yeah, just say keep our jobs, bro. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, let's
We
keep the jobs, bro. The
we're
jobs are
always for the
important,
line
bro.
here, just say.
Yeah, bro. Today's already a risky day, right? We're talking about ship configs. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
let's
We're
keep it
already talking
steady.
about ship configs, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Keep it steady. Keep it steady. But yeah, mission 2 is gonna be a great one, and also the rewards. I think we can mention a little bit about the
Mm,
rewards. Like
yeah, we need to drop those. Those are sick. Okay. Let's see if I can find the rewards to drop here, Santi.
the image.
Yeah, the image. I have
Let
it
me see if
somewhere,
I find
bro. I'm
it. Let me
sure.
see if I find that. If anyone
Here,
has
I
it,
found it. I found it.
wait. We shared them, right? We are not spoiling
Yeah,
anything here, right?
yeah. No spoilers. No
Bro,
spoilers.
I just want to be careful, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's gonna be
7 years
dramatical.
dropped as well,
It's gonna be
bro.
dramatical.
First of all, exclusive emote. You go to the showroom, and if you don't burn your memory here, you won't get this emote. Only the people who does that will have
Yeah,
this emote in showroom. And tier 2, okay, equals Unibomba, you can find it anywhere, but bro, tier number 3, core, Century Cover, exclusive item, collector's item. If you don't burn your memory, you never get it, or you will have to buy it from
right,
someone else.
right,
So the
right.
decisions are now starting to get a little bit harder, in my
The game
opinion.
theory, the game theory.
The
How
game
how
theory
rare you
starts
think all this is going to be? Because first you need to reach those levels, and
exactly.
second of all, you need to burn that memory or keep it for the end of the year. Like it gets really tough. It gets really tough.
Yeah,
I think these things are going to be not financial advice, of course. I just this is just my assumption. I think this is going to be pretty rare because I don't think many people are going to actually decide to burn the memories. But look, that Star Atlas core cover, the exclusive one, if you guys dive deep into that image, like you can probably figure out what's going on in there and how two worlds connect, which is sick.
bro, bro.
And yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else. Did I lose my job just there?
Bro, keep it steady, bro.
Yeah,
Keep
I'm
it
sorry,
steady.
guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Forget
That's all I'm
everything that
gonna
Serge
say.
just said.
I
Yeah,
will I will leave the rest for leaks. I will leave the
yeah,
rest for
yeah.
leaks.
Let him search for it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's keep moving before I lose my job.
Moving topics.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. So another thing that is going on today is PlayTG. So we have a
Like,
lot of our team members at PlayTG in San Diego right now, and there's also the Atlas Brew meetup. So if you're close, you still have time to go there and meet Michael Wagner, meet Dominic Bain. That's why Dom isn't here in the Brew today. He's driving to San Diego to meet the community. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And also, the hologram is providing coverage for the Michael Wagner's presentation. So I just linked the stream in the chat. And what we can do is later today, when this presentation is going to happen, we can come here to the voice chat and try to see it all together. I think that would be a good thing to do, Jose. What do you think,
yeah,
bro?
man. Yeah, man. I would definitely advise people to be watching Play GG today. It's going to be a great day.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
And I
I
think
think
this is
we are
happening in 2 hours, guys. The presentation, if I am
2 hours,
not mistaken.
2 hours, two
Yeah,
hours and
2 hours.
45 minutes. No,
Two 2 hours and 45 minutes. 2 hours
yeah,
and 45 minutes. Yeah, you have it there in the stream if you click there. So
yeah,
yeah,
please,
you can see it there. And yeah, we will come to the voice chat when that happens, so we can
yeah. We'll be here. We'll be
just hang out.
together,
Yeah,
together and
and
steady.
big shout out to Beth and the hologram team because they are out there covering Play GG for us who are not able to go. So big shout out, big shout out. What is an emote? People ask. So the emote is the what you do in the game, in the UI5 game, like the action, like just saying hi or stuff like that, like the Fortnite dances. Yeah, that's a good example, like a Fortnite dance. So it will be like an exclusive emote that you
And
will
man,
only be able to get.
if you knew, bro, the thing is, no one knows what the actual symbol of Never Alone signifies, right? When you guys discover this emote, will turn out to be even more fun, in my opinion. So yeah, it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah, cool. All right, so I think now, yeah, no, we have one extra thing. So it's the photo career contest. So yeah, guys, make sure you participate. We have the tutorial and everything out, and the winner each month there's gonna be a winner, and the winner will get their picture minted by Star Atlas, and it will be an exclusive item in the Star Atlas marketplace as well. So make sure if you have the UE5 game to participate. We already see a lot of cool submissions in there, and I'm just loving it. There was one with I think it was someone from the Unseen Guild with a ship that is firing and he's running away from it. Bro, it's incredible. Like the
Bro,
talent you guys
it's
have.
absurd. It's absurd. It's absurd.
Yeah, it's absurd. Let me see if I can find it so I can link it. But yeah, guys, make sure to participate. So there's one winner each week, and at the end of the month, the four winners go to the final, and people can vote for the best one. So the best one can win basically. So yeah, guys, make sure you participate and maybe you can get that exclusive item minted, which is your own picture. So It's pretty sick. I just found the picture, so I'm posting it in the chat. So yeah, no, I don't
Bro,
even know how they
look
get
at
this
that,
shot.
bro.
Like, how do you, man? This is talent. This is
This is
talent.
talent. This is talent. This is art.
This is art. Oh, absolutely, this is art, and that's what we want to showcase. So yeah, guys, make sure to participate, and yeah, this is art. And you can go and vote in the photography channel as well. So yeah, you can go and upvote. But now I think Jose, we can get.
Is it time? Is it time?
I think it's time.
Bro, I already put my mouth protection, bro. I'm ready to take
Yeah,
punches.
are you ready
I'm
to
like
start
shadow
boxing?
boxing here before my
Yeah,
screen, bro. I'm on the flow, bro. I'm ready.
yeah. So guys, as you know, the main topic for the day is ship configs b2, and we will say, we don't usually say the word spicy, but for this one, I think we need to use it. This is definitely one of the spiciest topics that we ever had in the community, and by far the latest, like the spiciest we had in the last couple months for sure. So what if you guys don't know? I think it would be good to say if we first cover a little bit. So what is
Yeah,
this ship config b2 and why was it necessary first?
yeah. Let's start with some background first to get the conversation started.
Yes.
Uh, Star Atlas launched the ships from Gal Phase 1, Gal Phase 2 a long, long time ago. And the ships, they, of course, they already had a reasoning behind every one of the ships. We had classes, we had specs, we had components, we had modules. But all of these was the vision of how the ship should perform. When we are talking about ship config v2, we are talking about a framework where the ships and everything else in Star Atlas are basically in harmony. And what I mean by that, ship config v2 enabled us to quantify and qualify the power, precision, utility, and aspects of every ship and asset in Star Atlas. It allowed us to create crew members' logics. You see that if you open any ship from before or after ship config v2, you see that they are very, very different. Most of the ships, they have more crew members. Uh, there are also new categories inside the ships. If you open the marketplace now, you see that the ships have things like uh, let me open one of them here
Can you
so I'm
drop the
not
link just
missing.
in the chat, please?
Yeah, sure.
I think I
Uh,
just did.
Oh, thank you, man. Legend.
yeah, thank you, friend. You guys will see that there are many, many different categories in ship configuration, like the ship classes, the specs. We have the crew members' functions for every one of the ship's environments, in interior environments. We have crew stations, we have components, core components, we have make components variances. So every manufacturer in Star Atlas now has things that they are better or worse. We had different categories of components, so you know up now what a missile bay does, what a fixed hardpoint does. Basically, what shipconfig v2 does, is give essence, give substance to everything that we have in Star Atlas. It's
Yeah.
like it built an alphabet. So every one of us, being lore, being econs, being game design, being marketing, everyone now inside Star Atlas speaks the same language and understands what each other means when they are talking about, for example, a ship manufacturer, spec bonuses, and things like that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's super good. But there were some
But
side
wait,
effects.
before we
Yeah.
get into that,
Okay.
kind of like a
Okay.
recap here. So it wasn't done just because, of course. Like it was done, as Jose was explaining before. It was insanely needed for game balance, and it was insanely needed for game design, the department, to start working on the basis for how ships are going to work and how one ship is going to differentiate from the other. So yeah, we just wanted to get that in, make sure that like this is a process that needed to be made. This is a
Yeah,
process that
it needed
in
to
every
happen.
game, of course, in every game you have game design. And there's a lot of engineering and a lot of balancing and a lot of numbers and a lot of spreadsheets and stuff that goes behind that. And that is part of like building in public, right? Where people can see the changes in real time. Uh, so
Exactly.
yeah, I just wanted to get that in. And also, I don't want to go on a tangent here, but I see PG in the chat. And guys, today is PG's birthday. So we just wanted to wish PG a happy birthday. And I think it will be good if everyone just goes out there and tags PG and tells him happy birthday. Um, it's You need to be a Star Atlas supporter to be here in the Atlas Brew during your birthday, and we respect the
Yeah,
hell out of
man.
that. So much love, PG. We love you, man. The community loves you, and thank you for being here, even though it's your birthday, just listening to us. So yeah,
Jesus,
happy
someone
birthday.
is leaking stuff on the brew chat, Santi.
Oh my God, Star Atlas mobile app. Well,
What is that, Santi? Do you know what that is?
I don't know. I think we will have to wait for Michael's.
Bro, I think people are just making stuff up with AI art, bro.
Yeah,
That
that's
should be
AI
it.
art. That's
Yeah,
AI art. Yeah. But
I
yeah,
think
I
that's
think we
AI
can
art.
continue. We can continue moving with the conversation. We will
Yeah,
find out more about what's going on at PlayGG in 2.5 hours. So yeah,
yeah,
what we were
yeah,
saying, it was a change that was very much needed. We needed that for the game to advance. We needed to get all that more into detail to balance. You need to get all those spreadsheets done, all the balancing and everything. It's quite a lot of work. So
yeah.
it was needed. But at the same time, this brought some controversy, right, Jose?
Exactly, bro. And just as a final point of why we needed this done, it's because we are going to have very different gameplay environments, right? We have a showroom in one side, Unreal Engine 5 world, and we have Sage on the other. And the ships must maintain their power. And the ships must be realistic. So, for example, you have your, I don't know, your C11, bro. That thing has hundreds of rooms inside it, you know? And that requires you to have hundreds of crew members. I don't know how many crew members and things like that. So ship config v2 allows us to have all those different environments playing under the same logic, the same alphabet, the same world. So then we go to distortions because there is no single way that a system that was created would get everything right from the first iteration, you know. uh, and it's been actually very fun to see inside the community, inside the not the community, inside the Star Atlas team, how much everyone got involved into perfectioning the the distortions caused by chip config v2. If you are not familiar with what happened, some of the ships inside the same class they have different VWAPs, sometimes very different VWAPs. And since the basis of the ship config v2 logic is the ship classes and specs, this caused some distortions, where ships that are very far apart in terms of VWAP, they were very close in terms of components and stuff like that. And the community of Star Atlas, they love their ships, bro. They love their ships. And when someone does something with their
Yeah,
ships, they get pissed,
it's,
bro.
it's their
I get
babies, you
pissed
know.
as well. They're
Yeah,
bro, come on, bro.
yeah. My
You want
chips
to
are my
start a
babies,
riot,
bro.
bro? Bro,
No,
don't say
my
that,
chips
bro.
are my babies, bro.
bro. Oh, I thought that you were saying that community members were babies because they were.
Oh no, no, no! Just said no, no, no. I
I was
said
like, bro, don't say that, bro.
my ships are my babies. No, no, don't put me on the spot like that, bro.
No,
You're
no,
trying to
bro,
get me
bro.
killed live
No,
on the
that's why I
stage,
thought that
man.
was strange. I thought that was strange, bro. What's going on with Sense? Is he already drunk? I was like, bro, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. But yeah, um, this was something that caused some controversy, and especially because some ships' lore, uh, some ships had very in-game descriptions that they felt that the ship config v2 didn't acquaint on their calculus, you know. So this caused distortions, people got pissed, they tagged everyone. I was there newting like crazy with team members trying to figure out what happened. And now I can say that the entirety of Star Atlas, from community team to econs to game design, leaderships, and etc., everyone is giving lots of inputs and working together to build very unique and interesting ways of correcting some of the distortions that were observed by the community.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that's one of the key points here. Um, Again,
Yeah,
as Jose was saying, we were one day just chilling, and we decided to release the ships B2, and then after that, like it was, we hopped into the chat, and it was like fighting
chaos,
arena, like it was
chaos.
absolute chaos,
I have the
absolute
gift
chaos.
for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we had Jose tagging everyone, bro, what's going on? Guys, we need to solve this. So as always, part of building in public, right? Like, and
Exactly,
it's also what helps the team. Like that feedback from the community is what helps the team to fix things. So amongst this whole controversy, we just want to make clear that the game design econ team, they are all, this has sparked a lot of collaboration. The team is working together for solutions and everything, but we wanted to hop on this brew just to theorycraft and brainstorm with you guys what some cool solutions to these issues could be, and relay this to the team so we can also get the community feedback in. I think that's
yeah,
one of the key value propositions for the brew, right? Like
yeah,
just giving the chance for
exactly,
people to be here and theorycraft together about solutions. So we have a couple ideas ourselves that, and again, what we will be sharing doesn't mean that this is what is going to be implemented by the team, but these are some ideas that we have and that we thought of and we could theorycraft here with you guys. But we're also looking for feedback on these, and we're also looking for ideas from you guys. So
exactly. And yeah, as Santi was saying, we got hit because we released things that are in early stages of development. But the good side of this coin is that we are also able to tap into our community's minds and thinking power together in instances like the brew, so we can make Star Atlas better. And I think that's, if Star Atlas team has one strong point, is that we listen to our community. This happened before. You guys, if you guys have been here for a long time, you remember that this happened before. We had things like insurance in hybrid zone, and received community feedback, and things changed. The team and the community, they are together in this mission of making Star Atlas better. So today we are going to do what we do best, that is theory crafting. And what I'm going to do is purely theory crafting. I don't want anyone going saying that Jose promised things would be like that, or this is alpha. No, this is just Santi, Jose, and Dominic putting their heads together and giving you guys stuff so we can start thinking about how we could make the system better and provide feedback back to game design and people who are working more directly on this. Right, Santi?
yeah, just I think you got it perfectly, bro. So
Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
For sure, man.
So I'm seeing pictures of Star Atlas posting the mobile companion app, and I put in a question to the foundation room the other day about if Star Atlas was going to be having like some sort of production line or live streaming it or something like that. And the answer I got was kind of no because of budget and stuff like that. But like, I'm just confused at why Star Atlas is releasing a product and they're not publicly live streaming and like kind of putting it on media themselves. And I'm hoping like maybe you guys can give me a bit of an answer because I'm a bit confused because a lot of people aren't able to attend this event, and I know that there is people streaming it. Fair enough, but I'm just surprised by that, and I want to know your take and
So
why they're going about that.
I think you're getting a little bit ahead saying that we are releasing product. I think
Yes.
you're just working on under your assumptions. And second, I also think that we just did a huge intro to a different topic. And I don't want this to be derailed, but I think you're just assuming a lot here in what you're saying. And there's going to be official communications from us, even though we are not going to be live streaming. We have people right there in the booth, so we will have in real time communication with you guys from the people who are there. And yeah, just don't get ahead with your assumptions. And again,
Yeah.
like we absolutely appreciate the questions, but it's yeah, we got a bit derailed from the whole introduction that we did for the topic. So yeah, give it 2 hours. Give it 2 hours. We will know more
Yeah.
about everything
Steady,
in two
Mandalorian. We get
hours.
there, bro.
Yeah, and
Okay,
we'll
fair
be
enough.
here
And
in the voice chat.
I'm not trying to come in and come at you guys.
No, no, no. I know, my
Just
friend. I
curious
No,
if
know,
for
I
people
know.
sure,
are
for
Yeah,
in.
sure, for
You
I
know,
know,
sure,
I
for
it's.
know.
sure.
I mean, yeah, it
Absolutely.
was a great introduction. And I'm not derailing you. I had a question about it, and
It's
I
perfect, bro.
was
Don't
just
don't worry.
wondering what you guys had to say. So
Don't worry, my
No,
friend.
no
We'll be
problem,
here in the
friend.
voice chat during that presentation as well, so we can chat about all that
Yeah, for sure.
as well. And I just posted again the link to the hologram coverage from PlayGG, so you guys can mark that so you can get the notification, and we'll be here in the voice chat for that. But yeah, I appreciate the question, anyways, Mandalorian, and don't worry about it. But yeah, going back to the topic.
Yeah,
Um,
we are going to introduce the different ideas that we had for how we could balance things up. And I think that, Santi, one good thing that we can do today is establish pools
yeah,
about the different ideas and let community drive conversations as well on what they think on each one of those topics and develop them, sweetening the community interest on every one of them.
yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, so the first one, guys, is tweaking the discrepancies between different manufacturers through the crew member system. As you guys know, everyone who bought the ships in Gal Phase 1 and Phase 2, they'll get airdropped the crew members for their ships. If you bought from Automata, you'll receive each one of the crew members that occupy the different roles inside your spaceships and aircrafts. And one other thing that every ship in Star Atlas has is a rarity component associated to them. We
Sorry to
go,
cut you off. I have a question to what you just said.
okay, white
So you
man.
said if you bought from Automata, so all peer-to-peer marketplace transactions will
Yeah,
not get them, or
no, sorry, bro. I won't. This was not my intention. This wasn't. No, Jesus,
It's
sorry, guys.
theory crafting, guys.
Yeah, guys,
This
it's
is
your
not a final
crafting.
decision. This is
This
not a
is
final decision.
uh,
Just need to be
it's
very clear.
yeah,
it's
I thought
sorry.
it was. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
my understanding is anybody that has ships before a certain date
yeah,
will be
yeah,
snapshot dropped, right?
yeah. That's my current thinking as well. I just phrased it wrong, but I agree with that. I think that's only fair. And we didn't have any official communications over that, so please,
Oh,
sorry.
my boy
Don't
Jose just got put on the spot.
yeah, don't hold me accountable for this. Go to Financial Foundation Rule and ask Michael Wagner, where are my crew members? Jose promised crew members to the people. Please don't. Or the lack of crew
Don't.
members. Please
Uh,
don't.
but yeah, somebody
But
was
yeah,
asking where's the spice. There you have it.
yeah, here's the
But
spice.
yeah,
So yeah, let's say everyone, as we are currently understands, and this should be the case, we all get our crew members, and the system proposal to rectify the crew member stuff would be that people who bought higher rarity ships, let's say if you bought a jet, which is an uncommon ship, you'd get more uncommon or even better chances of getting a rarer crew member than the guy who bought a ship that is on the common class. And this goes up if you bought an anomaly class ship. You'd receive guaranteed some anomaly class crew members, and there would be more chances on getting rarer crew members over guys who bought other classes of ship. So basically, your odds of getting better crew members would improve accordingly to the rarity of your ship. This is one of the things that we thought about and would love to know the community sentiment around this idea.
yeah.
So I'll comment since I'm already talking, but Wagner and I talked about this a while back because people could just stack like Unabombas because they're epic, right? And just stack crew over something like an air bike that's a common. So I think, especially before the airdrop, it drives prices really hard on certain ships and drops other ones. So I don't really like the idea of that. I kind of like the idea of getting what we get, getting a certain amount of crew per ship. But that's my take.
This is interesting. Yeah, this is also another distortion that would be created this way. That's interesting.
I mean,
Uh,
Unabombas will fly through the roof if that's the case because they're
yeah,
epics.
yeah, you
And
get a
what if
crew.
that is if the chances of you getting it is based on the ship VWAP? Maybe would that break it? What do you think?
I don't think that really helps because then that targets one demographic, right? Like if you have people that can only buy one ship and they buy a Unabomber because they think they're going to get it, but the VWAP's low and they still get a common crew, that's not very much fun.
Hmm.
And but even considering that the crew member from the Una Bomba is one crew member and associated with the role of being a bomber, right? Do you think this would still be
Well,
something that would drive?
that's a whole nother question, right? Because will any of the crew members come specialized or will we specialize through XP?
Yeah, they will come with at least the skill level to perform the role on their ships. That's otherwise you wouldn't be able to use them, right?
Great
Okay.
question, man. I don't know.
Yeah, we are just theorycraft here, but yeah,
Yeah,
this is the case. You need to be able to use the ship that you bought.
absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. So yeah, that's one solution, like solving the
Yeah,
two ship configs issues via the crew members airdrop. So
uh, keep this one in mind, guys. Keep thinking about this. And another thing that and this is more substantial from my point of view, I think this is a better way of addressing situation, is that ships from different class, manufacturer, and rarity would have different components. Meaning that, for example, if you have an epic class ship from a manufacturer like Rainbow, for example, your hard point would be made of different materials than the one of the common classes ships. And and this would drive you to have better performance. The higher tier components made with better materials would perform better. They would do more damage. They would protect more, meaning that your ships would be essentially buffed by the rarity of the components that they have, even when comparing to the same spec and and size of the ships and classes.
Hmm. Hmm. I kind of myself, I kind of like that one a little bit more, to be honest. Like having variety also on the specs, and that adds another layer to balancing, right? So I kind of
Well,
like that one.
so here's I have another opinion. I think it's hard to balance ships based off crew because crew will be removable and sellable. So the ships need to balance without crew, in my opinion. But
Yeah, but this is with the components.
what do you mean?
It's different, like the hard
Did
points
you?
and everything.
Uh,
Like this is
did
solution
you?
number two.
Yeah, the number. Did you hear the number two, white man?
I guess not. I've been sitting right here the whole damn time.
Jesus, this is crazy because I just spoke about this. But yeah, what
I'm
we're
not
saying
even
right now,
drinking. What the fuck?
what we were saying was that another idea that we had was that ships with different rarity, they would have different uh, types of components. So, for example, if you have a hard point on an epic ship, that hard point would be made of better materials like lumanite or higher class resources in the Star Atlas universe.
Oh, right,
And
right, right. I did hear this, but I don't understand how that's relevant to crew.
no, we move it from the crew.
Okay, you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We are just talking about another idea to theorycraft about and how it could be different on inside the same category, the same ships, etc. I think this is an interesting solution, especially because it makes the ships more different from one another and brings more variety. And one thing that I don't like with the current ship configuration, and this is personal opinion here, but I would like the ships to be less uh, equal to one another. I'd love to have ships that are glass cannons. I love to have ships that are different, that are more focused on crowd control or things like that, you know? Have different play styles, not necessarily super balanced between them, but would have very different play styles, different mechanics, and people would join or play with the ships that they like most and the meta that they love most. What do you guys think?
Yeah. No, I think modules and components, variety in materials is it's quite a good solution, to be honest. Just
Yeah, I definitely like that better than crew member balancing. I just want the ships to feel different. I want them to be
yeah,
balanced
Yeah,
and feel different. I don't want all my medium ships to feel the same when I'm flying them.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, I think
absolutely.
this is super important. I think this is super important for Star Atlas. And yeah, I would love to hear other people's comments. I see some of them typing in the yes, Newt, glass cannon for the win. Yeah, man, I'm always in favor of glass cannons and things like that, bro.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I also did a poll of the crew members option, and it got only one yes, and all the rest are no. So just let you know. But yeah,
yeah, yeah. I'm reading King Shred comment here. I'm loving. I think we are on par here, friend. I agree with
yeah,
you.
Yeah, I
I
like
agree with you.
I like that comparison between like car brands, right? Like Audi makes better engines than Honda. Uh, like that could be an example between manufacturers here at Star Atlas, right? So I think like having different performing and rarer like components could add another layer to balancing that could actually make it more balanced and solve the issue, right? So I don't know. I don't know. Should we do a poll here?
Do like on the components, do we know if they upgradable? Like if I have
Yes,
a
they are
rare
upgradable.
component,
They are upgradable
the-
already by tier, and you see that you can see that on even Neveralone rewards there is a component upgrade bundle as the rewards in there. So what we are doing here is adding another layer aside from I don't know the level of your components. We are adding materials to it, you know. So it may add different effects for your weapons, or your ship might be made from a different type of mineral that's more resistant to, let's say, bullets, you know, things like that, you know.
because I always thought people gonna be pissed off anyway. Because when the airdrop happens, like the balancing is not done on the day of the airdrop, you know, and we getting all these components and crew and stuff, and then they have to balance it. Because after that we play with it, you know. Right now it's all theory, like with the balancing and stuff. So I don't know,
Yeah,
like it's
I
gonna be a
mean,
mess anyway to balance it out. So
it's hard. Yeah,
just
balance project is hard. It's hard on everywhere in the world, and yeah, we recognize this. There is no perfection when you're talking about balancing, but knowing the tools that you can use to balance stuff, I think this is something that will uh yeah, that's not Econ's fault, bro. I can assure you that it's not Econ's fault.
but the
And
airdrop needs to be econ, like, you know, like, so you get an airdrop worth of your ship, and then what's going afterward with the balancing, we have to see, you know, to the gameplay, I think.
yeah, I mean, what there's lots of things that we can test already with the ship config v2 because they were implemented on showroom. So if you guys have been playing showroom, you can see that some ships simply doesn't destroy others, you know, they can't. And they have testing grounds, although it's not spread to community yet, but you can feel some of this while playing showroom, you know. uh, but I think this is important, ODVB. It's an important exercise because if we keep talking with community and everyone knows what's going on, we are transparent about the what we are doing. I think this only adds to the process. And even though it will probably need more tweak in the future, it helps us get to where we want to be faster. I guess that's my opinion, at least. Um, I had one final idea to throw at you guys that I would love to hear comments. And this one is a little bit more wild on the ships being different from one another. What I was thinking before, like, and this is totally theory craft, but what if some ships or maybe manufacturers had special abilities or perks or skills that ships from different manufacturers didn't have? And as an example, I'm going to say a silly example here just to illustrate my idea. But what if a specific stealth ship could, for example, supercharge one shot, go stealth, and release it when it's out? But then he runs out of energy for a little while. Things like that, you know? Or maybe one of the bounty hunter ship had a kind of net that would be able to disable another ship trust engines or something like this. So yeah, I'd love to have feedback on that as well. Just throwing wild idea. I know this one might not be very popular for some. Others might love it, but I'd love to hear you guys' sentiment around it.
Well, what I would do is like having some sort of beta or something, where we can test the thing out. Like if we can test the ships and all the modules, and then say, "Oh, this is too crazy. This is something like that." I don't. The team probably does that, right? Do
Yes.
they play
Yes.
around with that kind of stuff? Yeah. And then
Yeah.
for the special perks, I don't know. Like Tufa ships should always be like have some special thing, ability or perk or whatever. Like something.
Yeah, I like it. I like Tufas and Rainbow and other ships having special abilities and perks. And for me, I don't like too much balance. I like difference. I like variety. And of course, we can have abilities that will break the game for everyone. But we can have ships that, in certain conditions, and I mean environmental conditions and situational conditions, they are better than others simply because they have this ability or the player knows how to use their special ability better,
Yeah,
making the
the
game
man,
more strategic. Strategic, sorry.
that's the thing with the firepower. Everybody's looking at the firepower and thinks the firepower is the most important thing. But if you have a special ability, like you have a very fast ship who can get away every time or something like that, it gives a totally different value, which is hard to adjust with modules or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's not necessarily all about firepower, but for example, some ships could, I don't know, throw an amp on other ships and things like that. You know? This is the kind of abilities that I'm thinking about. How do you guys feel about that? Let's check the votes on the pool.
Yeah,
Man, people
I was
love
quiet just
perks.
now because I was doing some Discord engineering here.
Yeah, bro, you have been fighting, bro. The
Well, I
people
was
like,
trying to get this channel, man. I'm sorry, bro.
yeah, bro.
But yeah, I created the polls channel. It's
Yeah,
a thread
guys.
under
Go to
the
the
Atlas
post
group
channel.
chat. So you can vote for some of the solutions that we chatted about. So just as a quick recap here, we chatted about like solving the controversy on the ship's B2 config by having a crew member setup where the rarity of the crew members is based on the rarity of the ship. And I said BWAP, but I think I got killed because of that. Then another way of balancing would be adding rarity to the components. So what the ship has inside has rarity, and that also affect like how effective they are. Those modules. And the other one that we just talked about is the special perks. So I think Jose was saying like, if you own a Tufa ship, you can do like a certain different attack or defense or whatever, or you can mine more effectively for a certain amount of time. I don't know, something like that, right, Jose? Am I getting that right?
Exactly. And Yaon is pointing something very interesting that special perks definition is way too broad. So yes, I agree with him. We should narrow this down, and to make it even more, tangible, we are talking here about specific mechanics that are singular to ships. So, for example, this ship will be able to instant turn uh, stealth. Like one ship in Star Atlas will be able to go stealth instantaneously. Other ships may be able to move while stealth, maintaining their same speed that they have naturally. Things like that that are very particular to one of the ships. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Or they have they have a defensive barrier that they can extend to other ships, things like that. So that's what I'm talking about. We are talking about mechanics.
Yeah. So again, this is all theory crafting. These are some of the ideas that we were able to think about to balance it. And again, we encourage everyone to go and vote in the
Yeah, guys,
polls
vote. Help
channel.
us. We have 100 people here, guys. We need
Yeah,
more
we have
votes.
100 people.
We need feedback. That's what we're
We
doing
need
here.
your vote.
I have something else. This is
Yeah,
a little a little bit unrelated, but still related to perks, more to the faction perks and tying them into manufacturers, or just how do we know anything on how the faction perks are actually going to benefit the player, or how we're going to tie those into the ship manufacturers, or is there small benefits to just anything about faction perks that can play into helping balance ships?
Faction perks, yeah. Faction perks, I think that's even longer way away in terms of game design than here, White Man. And I don't see them being exclusively to ship classes, but something that's more widely distributed within the factions, you know, like maybe helping farming activity or ships moving quicker, having longer range scans, things like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. And also like this is what we were able to think about, but also like we are open for any suggestions on
Yeah,
like
for
any
sure.
ideas that
That's
you
what
have.
we want.
So I think we can do that now. Just if you like.
Yeah, the floor is open, guys. If you have another ideas to help, we are open and would
We'll
love
take
to
the
hear your
feedback in.
feedback.
Hey guys, Ray from Rome.
Hey,
Pleasure.
Ray.
Ray.
What's up? What's up? Hey everybody. So, Axie Infinity, not to kill the party here, just released a XP leveling system for all Axies, which got me thinking with this conversation when it comes to crew members. I remember, and I wrote in the chat for those who were just listening and might have not read it, but I remember Wagner touching base on this topic, and he wasn't totally for in the way he wrote his response for rarity, for crews to be dropped, like crew members to be dropped based on ship rarity. I think he mentioned it somewhat like it would cause havoc, but maybe not. But again, seems like there's a 50-50 split on the poll. I'm in favor of maybe there being some RNG to a rarity roll based on a certain rarity type of ship that you purchased. So you would only qualify if you, let's say, and again, this is theory crafting. You can shit on it or just criticize it in a constructive way, but in the comments. But yeah, maybe there could be a RNG percentage roll that's random for anyone who purchased over a certain rarity, and then what they would have is like an increased XP. So you know how we're gonna have to put our crew members in university and you have to level them up. Maybe they'll already be a level 5 instead of starting from level 1, which would take more time. So same thing with Axie Infinity with Axies that you might have had and played with at all in 2018 or 2019. They've kind of given these legacy holders, the people who've held on since the beginning, this little XP boost. So now they're Axies because you can upgrade the parts of the Axie. So people who have legacy Axies, the ones who've purchased and held them for all these years, they're able to upgrade the parts sooner than I guess someone who's just buying Axies off the market today, or in this case it would be crew members. They wouldn't get any rewards in that way. So just juggling those thoughts based off of what I just experienced with Axie.
That's
That's
interesting,
very
Ray.
cool.
Thank you, friend.
So yeah, like you can measure that on chain as well, right? Like how long these people have been holding
Yeah,
Exactly.
the ships,
And
and
sorry to interrupt, but that's another thing where it's because it's all on chain. The Axies will have these permanent upgrades. Sorry, the Axes will have permanent upgrades to them. So now they're going to be more valuable in the secondary market, and then you can just think through that yourself. But yeah, it's they're already going to be more valuable out the gate for those who, if this is the route we take, they'll have more value.
yeah, I see there are people saying that they swap to a ledger account, for example. That could be an issue because like it will mean you held for less time on that account. Like I can already see an issue with that, for example. We had that issue before with the badges for score, for example. So
Well, one way to combat this would be you have to submit a wallet because it's still on chain solidified. as what you did during that time. So everyone would have one submission of a wallet. So now there's not multiple people, but I guess that wouldn't. Yeah, I guess it's if that wouldn't be right either. Thinking out loud, because what if you had two wallets and you purchased and you're a legacy holder for both wallets? Then do you
Yeah.
get granted those? So yeah, it's kind of a rough situation.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking through it. Also, if we do it that way, GG's Darwin. You will have to keep up with a lot of stuff on the support side. Yeah, but it's a good idea, right? I like it. Like it. Very cool.
Yeah, and I'm talking like a small percentage. Like there's a rare chance, so nothing where you'll be able easily have if you bought let's say a tree arrow and you're already having 110 crew members that like 10% of them or 20% of them are gonna have a higher XP. Like I definitely want everyone to be able to start at a ground level, and then race their way with a lot of effort and skill to some extent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like this.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. On the topic of rarity, just sort of a general observation. It seems to be a bit of a misnomer in a lot of games now. Like rarity has a very specific definition, right? It's meaning like it is rare. It is not commonly occurring. But if you get into a situation where something is the desirable ship or component, it becomes one of the most common in the game. So I don't know, just sort of. I know it's sort of pedantic, but it's something to consider. Maybe look into some sort of different terminology just to clarify that.
Mhm. Yeah. I think that's kind of like a bigger conversation as well.
Yeah, what do you change it to? Quality?
Or
Yeah.
tier, or yeah, something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting, though.
Hey guys, King Shred
Yeah.
here. Just wanted to kind of update what I was meaning about the manufacturers. When we're looking at the C9, and Pearson in particular, having a -1 to the thruster doesn't make a lot of sense because no manufacturer would make a smaller component for the size of car it is, right? Or ship it is. And I likened it to, the Honda engine versus the Audi engine, for example. And with the Audi engine, it's going to give you more performance. The Honda, you're not going to get as good a performance. But in any mid-size sedan, it's going to be the same size of engine. They're not going to make a smaller engine, smaller tires. You know, there's some differences, right? But like the way I kind of see this is that Pierce may not be as agile as like an Ogrica, right? Like you see the Thripit or you see the Jotasteris. There's some unique situations with the Ogrica manufacturer that make it more of an agile vessel, right? Like you see, like the fins of those different things, or they're skinnier. It could also be the rarity of the component making the thruster, uh, more agile, if you will, right? But if you
Yeah.
wanted to switch anything out, say for example, if you wanted to have the ability for Pierce, Pierce can go longer distances um, through their engine. You could do that for say like an Ogre Cup, but it's going to cost you a whole hell of a lot of money, right? Just like if you wanted to get an Audi engine, I mean, part of the reason why the Audis cost more than the Honda is because the engine's much better, right? So the components are going to be a significant portion of what makes and drives the cost of the ships overall. But having a rarity system would make a lot more sense. And if you wanted to upgrade it, it's going to cost you a lot. And it could be like double the cost of the ship, right, to upgrade it. But that's what the whole entire thing is you want to make sure that you have the ability to upgrade your ships. Doesn't mean that they're all going to be, equal across the line. Like not all larges are going to have the same firepower, for example, or all these things. Each manufacturer should have their own unique abilities. And a lot of that could probably be narrowed down to the quality of the individual instruments within those vehicles.
Yeah. I think that's a
Agree.
very, very, very valuable input there. for sure, and I agree. Like that just adds also like more use cases to things and more depth to the whole ship configurations. So yeah, I'm not sure, Jose, if you have any comments on that.
No,
Moving
man,
on to what?
I no, I like it. I find it very entertaining. And I just stopped here for a second, just a small disclaimer. I think the core cover, the Act 2 is online as well, Santi.
It is.
It is,
It
right?
is.
So, yeah, guys, just go check it out. It's super fun. Core is back. I know there's lots of lore lovers here in the brew, so make sure to grab the new issues or read the comic for free. It's super interesting.
Yeah, you can read the comic for free as well. Like that's always something that people think they need to purchase to read. Nah,
Yeah.
you can actually read it for free. So that's important. That's important. And yeah, so it's live now in the Star Atlas marketplace, my friends. So yeah, I think we can do kind of like small recap of the conversation, just say if you want before we close.
Yeah, we let's put the pool one last time for people to vote.
Yeah, the
But
polls are in
basically,
the polls channel.
yeah, we shared the situation. We made a retrospective of what was going on with the ship config v2, why it was necessary for Star Atlas, and the distortions that some community members observed on the ships, uh, especially between the same category and with the ship descriptions in the marketplace. We told you guys that we have people from all departments in Star Atlas looking into it, providing feedback, and discussing ways to improve the system. And then we came here with some of our own ideas on how to tackle the situation and decided to show you guys so we could brainstorm together things to do. We presented the possibility of correcting the issue with crew members' airdrops, making chips that are uh, more rare receive crew members that are also more rare on the airdrop of crew members. Then we moved on to ships components rarity, have influence over the ship stats. So ships with better components would have better game performance in the rarest ships components. And finally, special perks, where different ships from different manufacturers would have special abilities that other ships in the galaxy didn't have. And the pool shows that you guys really liked the idea of having components rarity and special perks, and the community is divided over crew member airdrops to correct this situation. So
Yeah.
that's what we have right now.
Yeah, and as always, guys, this is just our theory crafting. We know that the team is looking into all this right now, and we will, of course, send this feedback to them. So we will make sure that the community is heard here. And it looks, as Jose was saying, that the option of the components actually affecting in the ships, and that's solving the this whole B2 ship config drama. Let's call it that way. I think it's what the community prefers, according to this conversation. So we will make sure to share this with the team, and your feedback will be heard, my friends. So
For sure, guys.
absolutely,
For sure.
yeah.
All
So
right.
just
So yeah,
Yeah, please, friend, go on.
just one thing. So like, but all ships, the components will be upgradable. So ultimately, like even if you drop like some distribution of component qualities for one particular ship, uh, and then a different one for a different ship, if they're both leveled up to the max, then they're going to be equal again, right?
It's different. One thing is the component level, and the other thing would be the component quality. So the components with better quality even if they are at the same level of other components, of other hardpoint weapons, for example, they'll deal more damage because they are made from better materials inside the Star Atlas universe.
Cool.
I didn't.
Oh, I think we're losing you, friend. We can't hear it. We lost him, fortunately.
Yeah. But I think it's a good moment to close, Santi. We are
Yeah,
way
we're
past.
15 minutes over. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be back very soon, so
Yeah, so
people
we'll
won't
keep
miss
talking
us.
about all this and also the what's gonna happen on at PlayGG, and we'll watch the stream together of what the hologram will be streaming live from there. So yeah, guys, as always, like we love you. We really appreciate your feedback, and all this controversy and things that we find. It's something that, as a community, guys, just expect this to continue happening. To be honest,
Yeah, and it
like
helps Star Atlas.
it helps to project. It's part of what we assume when we build in public. So look, it's part of the experience, and also you guys having that voice here is also quite cool. And I think it's, again, it's part of just being early in a project. And the Star Atlas team always cares about your feedback, and of course, all this will be shared with them, with the people who are working on this and the solutions. So just wanted to say again, thank you guys, and yeah, as always, like this will continue happening in the future, my friends, and we will always have the Atlas Brew to make sure that we correct what is needed and that we get your feedback in. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and this was the Atlas Brew number 72, and we will see you later today here in the
Mm,
voice chat as well.
very, very soon. See you guys. Bye
See
bye.
you guys. Chat soon. Bye bye.